Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how your mind can create problems even when nothing bad is happening? You're lying in bed, safe and warm, but your mind pulls you into worries, regrets, and fears. Buddha taught that the root of all suffering is in your own mind. And today, I'm going to explain why and how you can free yourself from this trap. If you stay with me until the end, you'll learn practical Buddhist methods to calm your mind, protect your peace, and live with more clarity. Understanding suffering in Buddhism. Before we go deeper, let's start with what Buddhism means by suffering. In Pali, the word is Dukkha. It's often translated as suffering, but it also means unsatisfactoriness, stress, or discomfort. Dukkha doesn't only mean big pains like losing a loved one or facing illness. It also includes small, everyday discomforts. Getting irritated in traffic, feeling bored, worrying about the future, being jealous of someone else's success. Buddha said Dukkha is a part of life. You can't avoid all pain. But, and here's the key, much of our suffering is created by the mind. How the mind creates suffering. The mind is a storyteller. Something happens, and the mind instantly adds meaning, judgment, and emotion to it. Example, your friend doesn't reply to your message. Instead of waiting, your mind says, "They must be angry with me. Maybe I did something wrong. What if they don't like me anymore?" Hours later, you feel stressed, anxious, and even hurt. But the truth, nothing has actually happened, except inside your mind. This is why the Buddha taught, we are shaped by our thoughts. We become what we think. The three main causes of mental suffering. Buddhism explains that the root of mental suffering comes from three poisons. 1. Greed, lobha, always wanting more and never feeling satisfied. 2. Hatred, dosa, holding anger, resentment, or dislike towards people or situations. 3. Delusion, moha, not seeing reality as it is, getting lost in illusions. These poisons live in the mind, and they color everything we experience. Example, if greed controls you, you're never happy with what you have. If hatred controls you, you're always looking for enemies. If delusion controls you, you keep making choices that harm yourself. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. Buddhism makes a very important distinction. Pain is part of life. It comes from sickness, loss, and change. Suffering is what the mind adds to that pain. Imagine a thorn pricking your finger. That's pain. But then your mind says, "This always happens to me. Life is unfair. Why am I so unlucky?" Now the pain grows, not because the thorn got bigger, but because your mind fed it with stories. If you remove the thorn and let the mind be still, the pain fades quickly. This is the path to inner freedom. The Buddha's first noble truth. Buddha's very first teaching after enlightenment was the Four Noble Truths. The first truth is, life contains dukkha, suffering, stress, and dissatisfaction. He wasn't being negative. He was simply being honest. If we deny that suffering exists, we can't free ourselves from it. When we accept this truth, we can start to look deeper into its cause, which leads us back to the mind. The chain of mental suffering. Buddha explained that suffering often follows a chain. Contact. Something happens. You hear, see, or feel something. Perception. The mind labels it as good, bad, or neutral. Feeling. You feel pleasure, pain, or nothing special. Craving/aversion. You want more of it, or you want to push it away. Attachment. you hold on to the desire or hatred. Suffering, you feel restless, angry, or anxious. This all happens in seconds. But if you learn to see the chain, you can break it before it controls you. Why fighting the mind doesn't work. Many people try to stop suffering by forcing themselves to think positive or by pushing away bad thoughts. But the more you fight your mind, the louder it becomes. It's like trying to stop waves in the ocean with your hands. Buddha's approach is different. Instead of fighting, you observe. You watch thoughts come and go without grabbing them. This is mindfulness, and it weakens the power of negative thinking. How to free yourself from mind-created suffering. Here are 7 Buddhist methods to break free from mental suffering. 1. Mindfulness sati. Stay present, aware, and non-judgmental. 2. Right view, samadhi. See reality without distortion. 3. Letting go, visaga. Release grudges and regrets. 4. Loving kindness, metta. Replace hatred with compassion. 5. Accepting impermanence, anicca. Understand that all things change. 6. Avoiding the poison arrows. Don't get trapped in why me thinking. 7. Seeing the self clearly. Loosen attachment to me and mine. Real-life example. Turning a bad day around. You lose your job. Your mind says, I'm a failure. I'll never find another job. Why did this happen to me? But with Buddhist wisdom, you pause and acknowledge. This is painful, but it's not the end. Everything changes. This moment will pass. The freedom of a trained mind. Buddha said, a disciplined mind brings happiness. When your mind is trained, it becomes your ally. A trained mind sees clearly, stays calm in challenges, finds joy in small moments, does not get lost in endless wanting. Final reflection. Your mind can be your best friend or your worst enemy. It can trap you in fear and regret, or guide you to peace and freedom. The root of suffering is in your mind. The key to ending it is also in your mind. Train it, watch it, be kind to it, and your life will transform. Thank you for joining on this journey. If this video brought you peace, like the video and comment. I choose peace over suffering. Subscribe for more Buddhist wisdom every week. Stay calm. Stay aware. Let wisdom ripple into your life.